The bell goes, jockeys get up, and then some of our presenters, we call them to the start, then Sheldon takes over. Sheldon, welcome, and nice to have you here.
Thanks very much, MJ. Lovely to be back here after a good few years.
What is the first process that Sheldon starts with?
Yes, when the official fields come out, the final fields come out, you have a look at the runners, the colours, how many horses in the race, and obviously the distances. And then come closer to race time. This morning on the aeroplane, you go through your colours, you get the card changes, and then you just go through the final preparation. But the most important thing is when they go down to the start, just to make sure you got the right caps, the right colours, and everything's in the right order. And then when they say away you go, you're on your own. Like my dad says, you're in the boxing ring. Once that bell rings, there ain't no turning back. Usually the big race meetings like the Hollywood Bets Durban July and the bigger races and that, you go through it a couple of times just to different scenarios and see how things are going to work out. But when it comes to a meeting like today with the smaller fields and that, makes it a lot easier. Obviously when you've got the bigger fields of 16 runners and 14 runners, then you've got to put that little bit of extra preparation in. And it's a lot easier with the draws nowadays, though you know number one's going to jump from number one, number two from number two. You put the colours together with the horses' names, the jockey, and the final preparation is when they go down to the start and behind the machine. And with technology advancing in that, we use mostly the television. And then every now and again, you just got to keep your eyes out, obviously at Durbanville and at Scottsville, for those horses that lurk up on the outside. Sometimes the last 200 metres, you're focusing 7, 8 horses on the inside. The next thing you look across to the track and there's a horse 4 lengths clear on the outside. So you've got to keep your mind very sharp in that. And it comes down to the business end, so it's a variety of binoculars and also the TV. We'll try and give the viewers the best experience back home on the television.
And obviously the tracks differ. Are the commentary boxes all on the finish line, or are there some tracks where they're a little bit of an angle, make it a bit trickier for you where you watch on the TV then, or how is that position?
Well, Greyville's pretty much, we're about a half a metre off the finishing post, but when it comes to Hollywood Bets Scottsville, you can go as much as 2 metres off the post, and it's also the angle. So when it comes down to those short-head finishes, we usually go to the TV to try and get as accurate as possible. If you look at the track, it can look like a half a length to 3 parts of a length, and it actually goes down to a short head to the wire. So each and every track varies, but it's very, very deceptive.
And then favourite track for Sheldon?
For me, it'll have to be Hollywood Bets Greyville at this point in time. I've called around the country, all the courses, the good old days, Newmarket and 1 or 2 others. But really, each and every track's a new challenge, and I enjoy each course.
Sheldon, thank you very much for your time, and hope you have a fantastic day here.
Thanks very much, MJ.
It's Sheldon Peters. I'm sure you've heard his voice quite a lot of times for At the Stables.